Hey everyone, it's Amanda with Colorado Surrogacy, and today's Ask Amanda question. And today's not really a question, but more just some insight maybe. So, top three unexpected things or things you wish you would have known about surrogacy. So, of course, I recruited other members of our wonderful staff to help me answer this, and I would like to give their answers first. So, for Callie, her answers were how many blood draws there would be, how open you have to be with everyone about your period, and how many times you have to take off and put your pants back on during the 1 day workup. So it is quite a process, and I don't think anybody quite imagines or knows how that's going to go until you experience it. So Amber said the length of time from deciding to start this process to transfer. So this is something people say to me all the time, even if they've been a previous surrogate and this is their second journey. This is something like when you look back over the process and when you think about the time that you spent during this process, it definitely is longer than you would have imagined. So, I mean, typically you're looking at least a year, if not longer, just depending on if the first transfer worked or if you have to do multiple transfers, all of that kind of fun stuff. So, even though you are creating and in kind of a magical process, it definitely doesn't happen instantaneously. So her other things are the amount of work, like paperwork, appointments, the legal process, just to name a few. How your body will react to medications is another one. And of course, Amber, as wonderful and loving as she is, says how rewarding it is because she would have done it much sooner. And my answers are for the most unexpected things or things that I wish I would have known about surrogacy would be the amount of time, again, needed for the process. So there are a lot of blood draws, there are a lot of ultrasounds, there are extra doctor's appointments, there are medications, there's going to the pharmacy, there's monitoring different things that you might not normally do. And so all of that is extra time that you need to take for that to be done. Secondly, would be the amount of strange questions you will continue to get even years after your surrogate baby's birth. People are always curious. They're always wanting to ask questions, which is great. I'm more than willing to answer them. Sometimes, though, they are a little strange. Lastly, the amount of time for medications to clear your body and feeling normal after birth. Obviously, this depends on the birth you had and the labor and how the pregnancy went and any complications, obviously. But I felt like because of the medications and because I had a little bit more complicated birth, it just took me a little bit longer to get back to normal. You also just don't have the distraction of a baby, which can be a very wonderful thing because you're not having to take care of an infant and get better. But you also don't have that distraction. So you're definitely focused more on yourself and healing and getting better. So the main thing that I really have to say is this process can be lengthy. There are many parts, many bumps in the roads, and sometimes many things that are unexpected. But I will honestly say, as my Suro baby turned 2 yesterday, that the end goal is always worth it. That baby and seeing the look on the parents' faces is always worth it. Always feel free if you have any questions or if you're wondering anything about the process, please let me know. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and we'll see you next week. Bye.